Hey, my friends, I want to give you a quick tip. I think this is really important, and I'm noticing as I'm visiting around in people's profiles this afternoon because it's part of my strategy to build rapport and help people. And of course, people like to be helped. And there's one really critical thing I'm seeing that is missing on almost everybody's um, About Me page, and that is to be to actually have a real connection with your real fan page as a work and education link. And let me make sure I'm showing you what I'm talking about. When Facebook changed all of this to um, make it so that all of this stuff would be um, possible, it actually made it so that it was not necessary that you would be able to have your fan page connected automatically. And the only place that it seems to work best is actually in the work and education area. And a lot of people kind of blow away this space here and not use it right. And I'm going to show you exactly how I would go about doing this. Now, I'm not going to change this one because it will actually change the date on it, and I don't want to do that. But if I were to not have this in place right now, the first thing I would do is actually go here to this link right here that says add a workplace and click on that. And in this workplace, it's very important that you actually type in what it is you want there, and you want the link to your fan page, whatever it is. So if this was brand new and I didn't have one before, I would actually start typing my own, and if you look at this, it popped up. This is my fan page. So I would actually click that, and that will link when I get done here. And then, of course, position, you can change this to anything you want. But you want to say something like owner, or a chief executive officer, entrepreneur, anything you want to say here. But keep it short so that because what it's going to do is when it gets done, if I go back to my actual, let me see if I have open, yeah, I don't want to go there. Let me go to, and I notice even David Wood doesn't have his connected correctly. If I go actually to my own personal profile right here, I actually have, and I showed it to you, I actually have a link right here that takes you to my real fan page. And there are other things in here, and people could click on them, of course. But what you really want it to say is, I have this all in here, and I could change this at any time. But the major thing is make sure that you have the connection here that takes you to the fan page. So how you get about doing that is to come back here where you're working on that. Now you can make this short or long. Let's make it owner. And it doesn't matter about this. And you can put a description in it. And then you would certainly save it. Now I'm not going to save it because this is a duplicate of one I already have. So I'm going to go back here to the work and education. And if that was brand new, if I didn't save it, and if that was brand new, I want to leave the page because I don't want to duplicate the same thing. But mainly you want it to look like this. You want it to be a link that shows up, and it also shows up on the timeline. So the steps are add a workplace, and it gives you some ideas, but start typing your own, and do it correctly. Start typing your own fan page, whatever it is, and then you would click on it. That makes the link right there by doing that. Now, whatever you put in front of it doesn't matter. You can put anything there, and you can put a description in there. It's a good idea. So now I'm going to actually go back to that same section. Yeah, I don't want it in there. And I'm going to edit this because you can do that also. So I'm going to edit this. I'm going to show you the pieces here. I have the actual, this was, the first link at the beginning, like I showed you, which is my fan page. As you see when I click, hover over it, you can see that it is my fan page. And then you can change this to whatever you want it to be. And you can change it any time to other things. Now you see this little suitcase over there. It means that if you that it's going to give you a link, but it's not going to go anywhere. Anytime you see this here, this little square with it looks like a suitcase inside. And then, of course, it's a good idea to give them some description, and then you'd save it. So I just shorten that link, and it's going to save. And then I'm going to come back here, and it's holding, saving, and keeping going here. Let's go. And my it's still stuck there. Who else has worked with Lynda's training? I don't want this on there. So it's going to say owner operator. And I left everything else alone. Now let's go over here and look and see if it shows up the way I want it to. So now it's not as long. It says owner marketing trainer. Now if you hover over just that part there, it says, it shows that suitcase, right? And if you hover over this part here, again, you see another suitcase. But if you hover over this link right here, it shows that it is my fan page and that they can click to it. So this is a real quick, important tip teaching you how to make sure if you've got your fan page and your personal profile linked up properly, it will help you to build more people that come and look at your fan page, and that's really important. Unless you're not putting anything on here, unless you're keeping it kind of empty and you're not adding to it, but I'm always putting content in here, and so that's really important. So I hope that helps. I'm going to load that video I just created up in this actual fan page.